So my name is Shobha Sivaprasad Wadhia. I'm the Samuel Weiss Faculty Scholar at Penn State Law. I also direct a clinic called the Center for Immigrants Rights Clinic and teach classes in immigration and asylum and refugee law.
Equity at its best.
This is part one of our interview with Professor Wadhia, and the question was, what is Daka?
So DACA stands for Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. It's a policy that was announced by former President Barack Obama in 2012, and it was in operation for 5 years. It has enabled nearly 800,000 people to receive a type of protection from deportation called deferred action and work authorization. And in order to be eligible for DACA, one has to have arrived in the U.S. before the age of 16, acquire the requisite period of residence and presence in the U.S., be in school or graduated, and also show that they are not an enforcement priority. And this policy has really changed lives and also contributed extraordinarily to the educational institutions like Penn State, as well as to the economy and workplace. It's important to note that for as successful as DACA has been, it is not a permanent solution. It is a type of discretion in immigration law, and it provides a temporary reprieve, as opposed to something like the DREAM Act or a permanent solution that would lead to a green card or citizenship. Well, there are a lot of ways you can think about the relationship between DACA and education. First, educators. They may include professors at a university, but also teachers in K through 12 schools, including our own school district, may have students in the classroom who have DACA, and so that is a dimension that is worth noting. Also, there are a number of individuals with DACA who are teachers themselves. So for example, Teach for America, which is a pretty well-known program, has employed documented individuals as teachers, and that can be both very empowering for the individual teaching, but also for future generations. And then finally, there are, at Penn State, there are people who might be enrolled with DACA and who are otherwise contributing to university life in a meaningful way. So a long-term solution to the DACA policy would be to pass legislation. And so you've heard in the news since the rescission of DACA was announced, and I can talk a little bit about the rescission if that would be useful, this notion of a DREAM Act or a legislative solution to protect people who came at a young age who are in school or contributing in successful ways. And so the effort right now is for a bipartisan legislative solution that is also clean. And when you hear the word like clean DREAM Act, that pertains to passing legislation that is not politically traded for something onerous like heavy-handed immigration enforcement, for example, or the deportation of families who may not qualify or have DACA or be eligible for the DREAM. So if you go to the website of Penn State Law University Park, you will see a hub for all of our clinical programs, and one of those clinics is the Center for Immigrants Rights. And we have a clearinghouse, if you will, called Immigration After the Election. And if you click on that, you'll see a long list of resources on DACA, as well as other immigration policies emanating from this current administration. And if people have any questions, they're welcome to send an email to the Immigration Clinic, and also to attend any forums that we might host. We engage in a lot of community outreach and education throughout the campus and in the community. Tomorrow, Friday, we'll be having a town hall on the latest travel ban at 3:30 p.m. Last week, we had a forum on the future of DACA, which was also Facebook Lived. And so all of those recordings are available on our website as well.